Sentence variety. In this lesson, we will focus on 3 sentence types. Simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence. Using a mixture of different sentence structures reduces repetition and adds emphasis to important points in your writing. In this lesson, we shall focus on 3 types of sentence. A simple sentence has one independent clause. Let's look at an example. She likes Disneyland. She likes Disneyland is an independent clause. It is a complete sentence, so it can stand alone. A complex sentence has one independent clause and one dependent clause. Let's look at an example. She likes Disneyland because she is a big kid at heart. She likes Disneyland is an independent clause. It is a complete sentence, so it can stand alone. Because she is a big kid at heart is a dependent clause. It is not a complete idea, hence, it cannot stand alone. Because is a subordinating conjunction. In this sentence, the dependent clause begins with the subordinating conjunction, because. We can also start a complex sentence with the dependent clause. Because she is a big kid at heart, she likes Disneyland. The third type of sentence is called the compound sentence. It has 2 independent clauses. We now know that she likes Disneyland is an independent clause. She will be there next week is also an independent clause. And is a coordinating conjunction that joins the 2 ideas together. But is the coordinating conjunction. It contrasts the first independent clause, Jane cooked plenty of food, with the second independent clause, no one was hungry. This complex sentence consists of a dependent clause, which begins with the subordinating conjunction, though. This is followed by an independent clause. Although this sentence is long, it is still a simple sentence. The very long movie is the subject. Was still rather entertaining is the predicate. The predicate includes information about what the subject did, and the sentence's main verb. This complex sentence has a dependent clause, after the typhoon ripped through the area. This is followed by an independent clause, power went out. This complex sentence begins with an independent clause. Jay won't pass his exam, followed by a dependent clause, unless he works hard. This simple sentence has the subject, most of the cases reported so far, and a predicate, have been fairly mild. This complex sentence begins with an independent clause. The boy was playing in the garden, followed by a dependent clause, when the lion appeared. This simple sentence begins with the subject, the vaccine, and the predicate, is 85% effective against this type of virus. This compound sentence has two independent clauses, joined by a coordinating conjunction. So is used to indicate an effect or result. An aggressive lion resulted in the ranger shooting it. This complex sentence begins with an independent clause. The famine will only get worse, followed by a dependent clause, unless needed funding is increased. This compound sentence has two independent clauses, joined by a coordinating conjunction. For. The use of for is uncommon in contemporary English. As a conjunction, for means the same as because. This compound sentence has two independent clauses, joined by a coordinating conjunction, and is used to add one thing to another. In this case, it connects two independent clauses with equal importance. This complex sentence has an independent clause. January is one of the cheapest months to travel, followed by a dependent clause, since it is just after the holidays. The subordinating conjunction, since, has a very similar meaning to because. Since is used to connect the cause, or reason, with the result. The reason is, it is just after the holidays. As a result, January is one of the cheapest months to travel. This simple sentence begins with the subject, an increasing amount of litter, followed by the predicate, is strewn across the park. In this complex sentence, the dependent clause, because he was sick, is followed by an independent clause, he couldn't attend the meeting. This compound sentence uses the coordinating conjunction, nor, to join two negative ideas. If is a subordinating conjunction, used to indicate a possible situation. In other words, without a proper lunch, it is possible that he won't be able to focus on his work. The subordinating conjunction, when, is used to specify time. In this case, it is used to refer to a time in the past. The subordinating conjunction, because, is used to introduce a reason. Failing the driving test was the reason why Emma was upset.